Shalom, shalom. It's like the phone froze. Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Harakak Badash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord, doing the same and teaching the same. All right. So this is another news update. Okay, you got the screw worm. All right, parasite. That's wreaking havoc. On the food supply. Okay, so we're gonna I'm not gonna dive into the article, all right, because probably about I don't know however long, all right. Me and my dad got to go look at this car, all right, and hopefully if it's good, we're gonna buy it today, all right. So this is just a quick news update, all right. So it says in Texas cattle country, ranchers brace for flesh-eating screwworms. Okay, so this is going to bring about a famine. Okay, when you see stuff like this is an indication. Because the prophecies of the Lord cannot be broken. All right, so this is an indication that famine is going to hit. Okay, so these pestilence, all right, will overtake Babylon the Great America, okay, and bring about a famine, okay, and this is all the will of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, okay. You got different news articles, Reuters, USDA, all right. That's a lot. Y'all didn't click on that. The phone. I really got to get this phone fixed. All right. All right. It's another one saying the same thing by KSAT. USDA Secretary announces large federal investment, new South Texas facility. All right. I clicked on it. Bear with me. It says new South Texas facility to combat new world screwworm. Okay. All right. So us that's in this truth and that's in the know, we know famine is coming. We know famine is another prophecy of the last days. Okay, and I can start in Matthew 24. All right, so this Matthew 24:3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Okay, because the Lord, the Messiah, Yahweh Shah, he's going to come back to the earth at the end of the world, at the end of an age. Okay, the age and the rulership of Esau, the so-called white man, and this great red dragon, all right, which is made up of the NATO and the EU. Okay, and America's Babylon the Great. Okay, the virgin daughter of Babylon, also known as the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay, all right. So Yahweh Shah told the disciples, all right, and everything written aforetime is written for our learning. Okay, so now we understand. We look at these prophecies, these signs, we watch them come to pass, and we know how close, the Lord is to coming back to the earth. All right, so Yahweh Shah is very, very close to coming back to the earth. Okay. Our salvation is nearer than what we believe, so that's a blessing. All right, so I'm gonna just get this precept, verse 7. I'm gonna start at 6. Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. We see that, you just had Trump and Putin. They just had a meeting in Alaska. Okay. Which that meeting is not going to solve nothing, and Ukrainian President Zelensky, he already said he's not exchanging no territory. All right, he's not just relinquishing territory to Russia. Okay, so that meeting was vanity. Okay. And we're going to get a precept to prove that meeting was vanity, because the will of the Lord can't be broken. All right. These people forget that the Lord is in control, not them. So you trying to stop World War III, you can't stop it. Why? Because the Lord is starting World War III. Okay? The Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, is causing World War III. All right? So it says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay? Read that part again. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All right, so you're watching all this happen. All right, verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? So this is just the beginning. It's going to get way, way worse. All right, you're watching the startup of Jacob's trouble. Okay, you're watching the startup of Jacob's trouble, of that great tribulation, and also that hour of temptation. Okay, because pretty soon they're going to be rolling out, the mark of the beast, RFID chip, in that Neuralink. Okay, so real soon, sooner than what people think. All right, they're going to be rolling that the mark of the beast out. Okay, because the mark of the beast prophecy has to be fulfilled before nuclear missiles are shot. Okay, so this Jeremiah 30:7. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right. And martial law is a part of Jacob's trouble as well. Okay. Bear with me. I think it's Habakkuk. All right, bear with me. I'm trying to it was this precept I wanted to get, but I forgot what I wanted to get. Lord willing to come back to me. I know it was in Habakkuk, whatever I was thinking about. All right. I'm gonna get verse 3, but it's a precept I was just thinking about. Shit. All right. Okay. All right. This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. All right. Lord willing, that precept come back to me. I believe it's in Habakkuk. That's why I was searching Habakkuk. It's Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right. So these visions that the prophets are bringing out, they will come to pass. All right. These prophecies of the end times, everything we're prophesying, it will come to pass. Though it tarry, wait for it. Because you got people talking shit to the men of the Lord, and calling us false prophets and, Pharisees and all this, that, but we're going to get the last laugh, because everything is coming to pass, everything we're prophesying, because these are not our words. Let's get that. All right. These are not our words. All right. So this second Ezra's, all right, 15 from the top. This second Ezra's 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Okay? All right, and I'm actually jump down. Matter of fact, I can read it through. Okay? So these prophecies that we bringing out, we not just making this up. This not just we not saying this out of pure emotion. This is not our opinion. This is not our private interpretation of the Bible. All right. You know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, you know, and by the grace and mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, he has what? Sent us prophets, apostles, you know, fishermen, pastors, teachers, okay? Whom he put his Holy Spirit on those men and sent them out to what? Preach the gospel. All right? And the Holy Spirit fell on on us brothers that's, you know, prophesying throughout the world. All right? To what? Speak these prophecies. All right? So this is the will of the Lord. These are the words of the Lord, not us. That's why it's coming to pass. Okay? And it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right? So the Lord is bringing the plagues, the famine, the death, and the destruction. Okay? So it's only going to get worse. All right, so call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah for that. All right. May Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah shorten the times, shorten the days for the hopeful elect's sake, and Lord willing them of the elect number. All right. So Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to end it and give our praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Harakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same teaching, saying Shalom.